What up, people? It's BitSock14 and I Live for Saturdays. This is the best college football channel on YouTube, man. Um, so yeah, a lot of Alabamans might hate me for this, but I would say listen to the whole thing before you judge me. Um, Overall, well, first of all, I should say, is congratulations to Alabama on winning a national championship. Um, and that's the first thing I want to say. Now, to number two, this title was tainted as a motherfucker. This title was tainted as a motherfucker. If anybody disagrees with that, you're either blind, you're a fucking retarded Alabama fan. Not an Alabama fan, a retarded one. Who is blind as a fucking bat. Okay? Overall, though, Alabama played a hell of a game that night against LSU. But I feel like this needs to be said because this hasn't been said. Because ESPN, they'll just sweep it under the rug because they don't want to piss off the SEC fan base. They don't want to piss off the Alabama fan base because that's where they get most of their money. But it has to be said. All right, this shit is. I mean, this whole fucking system is flawed as a motherfucker. Oklahoma State had a way better resume than Alabama. And if there's anybody that says Iowa State or who had a better loss, I'm just gonna delete that comment because I've discredited that like already in another video. And I'm not having that shit no more. I'm just completely deleting you, ignoring you and blocking you. Don't fucking say that. You'll be blocked, you'll be removed, your comment, everything. Not as left like, oh, I'm a badass, a threat, but I'm just not having any of that stupid shit on my fucking channel. Alright? I've already made my video. I'll probably put a link right here somewhere. Saying how Oklahoma State was definitely more deserving in getting to this national championship. Just the overall better resume. Just overall, just bet they showed. They actually showed with what they had on their schedule that they did better. They actually won better. They had more wins overall. And really, this is really not a bet. It's not really a diss to Alabama because there's been tainted titles before in college football, before the BCS era. There's like plenty of times where there was championships that was claimed by like 5 teams, and in their school's history, it's right there. We won 1967 in like 3 other different schools. So it's not like this hasn't happened before. Now, does it mean in the BCS era where we're trying to figure out one championship that this is a bad thing? Hell yeah, this is a fucking horrible thing. Not a horrible thing, but it is a bad thing. It's showing how fucking flawed the system is and how retarded the system is. Because I said it also in another video. Next year I'm going to try to campaign for North Texas to get in the national championship. Because if they get first place votes by every coach, they're into a national championship game. How fucked up is this system? By coaches who don't watch the fucking games. They're preparing for their own shit. They have their own personal lives. They have their own work. They're preparing to place other teams. That's why a lot of coaches, they rank the teams that they see in their conference a lot higher than other teams. They're not fucking out here watching the games. They're not fucking out here watching every game. They don't go and do research like I did. They didn't go look at the strength of schedule, the quality of wins, the non-conference schedule. They didn't do any of that shit. Not one fucking coach did that. I seriously doubt. And if they did, they would have put Oklahoma State over Alabama. Overall, we need a fucking new system, and it's too fucking clear now. I'd rather have 4 games than anything. I mean, 4 teams get in. Eight teams for me is just too much. I think it'll be too much on the kids for school and on their bodies. I think 4 teams would be pretty good, but I don't know. Just look at this year and just disappointing as a motherfucker. Just too many times it's happened where there's just too many taintedness. Boise State going undefeated, and then they go beat Oklahoma, but they back in '06, but they'll never get a shot to the national championship. That Utah team back in '08 beat some nice teams. They beat some nice teams in the regular season. Then they come in and wipe the floor with Alabama. But they will never get a shot at the national championship. This system is too fucking flawed. We need a playoff system. And if you're a fan, if you agree with me, comment, thumbs this up, make a video response. Because as the people, we need to speak out. This is the sport we love. We need to speak out. This whole fucking BCS system is just not cutting it. It's not working out. I'm not saying the BCS is not a good thing to use to grade teams, but this whole overall thing just is the only fucking thing is retarded. This is just a retarded ass system overall. Because as fans, do not discredit yourself. Because we're the ones fucking paying. We're the ones watching it. Without us, this sport ain't shit. And if you did not like what you saw this year, the ending that you saw this year, you should speak out. Because this is your time you're spending. This is your money. You fucking dictate basically what they do. This year, and the people I've spoken already, because this year was the least watched game. I think in the BCS era, I'll probably put a correction bubble somewhere here. I don't know exactly what it was where I saw the article, but it was one of the least watched national championship games in a long time or something like that. So I mean overall, I mean again, congratulations to Alabama. I mean your national championship, like I said. I mean, there's been teams back in the days, you know. I mean, you guys played a great effort first of all on that night, so you know nobody can ever take that effort away from you. But I mean, this is just in this BCS era where we're trying to get that one champion, no matter what. It's just hard not to discredit you. Look at LSU, what they had to go through. Oklahoma State had actual wins. Who did Alabama play besides Arkansas and LSU? Seriously. Penn State was also a nice win. I will give credit for that Penn State win. That was a good win. But Oklahoma State just overall is a better resume right there. Just too much. Just too much on Oklahoma State's side. That's pretty much it. I'm Bistock for T and I live for Saturdays, and peace.